Practice at 5.1, question number 6. In this question they have given this figure. Here we have two parallelograms PQRS and ABCR. Now the question is, we have to find the measures of all angles of parallelogram ABCR. Only the angle they have given is angle P, which is equal to 110 degree. Now what we will do is, we will see first parallelogram PQRS. Now in quadrilateral PQRS, this is quadrilateral. We pronounce this as quadrilateral. In quadrilateral PQRS, angle P is congruent to angle R, because angle P and angle R are opposite angles. If angle P is equal to 110 degree, then angle R is also equal to 110 degree. Now we got this angle R as 110 degree. If you are taking parallelogram ABCR, in ABCR also angle R is equal to 110 degree. Therefore we know angle B and angle R are the opposite angles of parallelogram ABCR. If angle R is 110 degree, then angle B also will be equal to 110 degree. Now we will take angle A and angle B as the adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Therefore we have written angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Angle B we have got 110 degree. So instead of angle B we will write 110 degree. Angle A is equal to 180 minus 110 degree, which is equal to 70 degree. Therefore angle A we have got as 70 degree. Now we will find angle C. We know angle A and angle C are congruent to each other because they are opposite angles. Therefore if angle A is equal to 70 degree, then angle C is also equal to 70 degree. Question number 7. In this figure we have a parallelogram ABCD, and we have this segment AB which is extended towards its right side, so that it will make a point E, and they have joined this D and E. We have to prove that line ED, that is this line, bisects segment BC at point F. Bisects BC means this line divides BC into two equal parts, which means we have to prove that length of FB is congruent to length of FC. Since it is a prove that type of question, we will write 3 steps first. Given quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, and one more thing they have given, AB is congruent to BE. We have to prove segment FB is congruent to segment FC. Now coming to proof, first we are taking in quadrilateral ABCD, segment AB and segment DC. They are opposite sides, hence they are congruent. Let it be equation number 1. Now as per given, segment AB congruent to segment BE. Let it be equation number 2. Left hand side is congruent, therefore right hand side also should be equal. Therefore we have written segment DC is also congruent to segment BE. Let it be equation number 3. Now we will come to properties of parallel lines. Here we know AB and DC are opposite sides, hence they are parallel to each other. Now here we are taking, instead of AB, AE, because AE is also parallel to DC, and DE as the transversal. Then we have these two angles as alternate angles, and hence they are congruent. Angle AEF, this angle, and angle CDF, this angle. Both are alternate angles, hence they are congruent to each other. We have written the same thing here. Angle AEF is congruent to angle CDF. Let it be equation number 4. Now if you see angle AEF and angle BEF, one and same angle but different names. So we have written angle AEF is also congruent to angle BEF because they are one and same angles. Therefore we can also write angle CDF is also congruent to angle BEF. If left hand side is equal, right hand side is also equal. Therefore, we have written angle CDF is congruent to angle BEF, equation number 5. Now what we will do is, we will prove these two triangles, triangle BEF and triangle CDF as congruent triangles. Then we can prove that the corresponding side of these two congruent triangles are also congruent. Now in triangle BEF and CDF, segment DC and segment B are already congruent from equation number 3. That is segment DC and segment BE. Angle CDF and angle BEF from equation number 5 we have written here, they are also congruent. One more angle, if we see, angle F is common for both the triangles. Or we can write opposite angles, angle BFE and angle CFD. So we have written angle BFE and angle DFC. You can write DFC or CFD, one and same. They are opposite angles, hence they are congruent. Now side angle, which means ASA test, the triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, then FB and FC are the corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Therefore, these two are also congruent. Hence, the question is proved. To practice at 5.2, question number 1, we have this figure. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. We have midpoint of AB as P and midpoint of DC as Q. Now, we have to prove that the quadrilateral APCQ, this quadrilateral is also a parallelogram. So in order to prove this as the parallelogram, either we have to prove that opposite sides of these parallelogram are congruent to each other. If we prove that AQ is congruent to PC, then we can say that AQ and PC are opposite sides of this quadrilateral. And if opposite sides are congruent to each other, then we can say that the figure is, or the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. In given, what we will write, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Points P and Q are midpoints of AB and DC. What we have to prove is quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. Coming to proof, we are taking quadrilateral ABCD. In quadrilateral ABCD, segment AB congruent to segment DC, which means AB is congruent to DC because AB and CD are opposite sides. Now, since P and Q are the midpoints of AB and DC, we can say that AP is congruent to BP, DQ is congruent to CQ. Therefore, we can also write AB congruent to DC. AB we can write as segment AP plus segment BP. AB can be written as AP plus BP. So instead of segment AB, we have written this, that is segment AP plus BP, congruent to segment DC can be written as DQ plus CQ. Segment DQ plus segment CQ. Now, instead of AP, we have written BP. Why? Because AP and BP are congruent. So, instead of AP, we have written BP plus segment BP is congruent to segment DQ plus instead of CQ, we have again written DQ because CQ and DQ are congruent. Now, we know 2 BP here, 2 DQ here, which means 2 segment BP congruent to 2 segment DQ, 2 cancelled. Therefore, we got segment BP congruent to segment DQ. Let this be equation number 1. Now, we will prove triangle PBC and triangle QDA as congruent triangles. Segment PB congruent to segment DQ from equation number 1. Segment AD congruent to segment BC because segment AD and BC are opposite sides of parallelogram ABCD. Therefore, opposite sides. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles of parallelogram ABCD. Therefore, they are congruent. Now, 2 sides and 1 angle, which means SAS test, we can prove that both triangles, triangle PBC and triangle QDA are congruent to each other. If the triangles are congruent to each other, then corresponding sides of congruent triangles are also congruent to each other. Here we have corresponding sides AQ and PC. AQ is the side of this triangle, PC is the side of this triangle. Therefore, AQ and PC are congruent. AQ and PC are the opposite sides of quadrilateral APCQ, and we got they are congruent. If the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Therefore, we have written quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram because segment AQ and segment PC are opposite sides of quadrilateral APCQ and are congruent. Next question, question number 2. The question is, using opposite angles test for parallelogram, prove that every rectangle is a parallelogram. We have taken a rectangle here, rectangle ABCD. Given quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle, we have to prove that same quadrilateral ABCD is also a parallelogram. In short, rectangle is also a parallelogram. We have to prove that. Coming to proof. Now they have said to prove by using opposite angles test. Now opposite angles test means if the opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent to each other, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Now here also we have to prove that opposite angles of this quadrilateral ABCD are congruent. If the opposite angles are congruent, then we can say that the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Now we know it is a rectangle, which means all the angles of the rectangle are 90 degree. Therefore, we have written angle A congruent to angle B, congruent to angle C, congruent to angle D. Because 90 degree, let it be equation number 1. From equation number 1, we can also write angle A congruent to angle C. We have written the same. Now, if we see angle A and angle C are opposite angles, and we got opposite angles are congruent. Therefore, we can write angle A and angle C are a pair of opposite angles and are congruent to each other. Hence, if the opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent to each other, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And in bracket, opposite angles test.